second.
Mike and Dave, all in favor? Next is, payout for the Country Court 5 subdivision.
How many more of these we got?
They still have not done the asphalt up there, that's still gonna be coming in. All the monies are in the account to cover everything, so we did get all that, so.
So where's the asphalt going around?
This month,
Where?
yeah,
Are they making the big horseshoe down to Byron Court there? Where Alan Crane lives, is that part of the project?
come through on that road,
Yeah.
no. That's not, that actually comes to a cul-de-sac there.
Yeah, so we're gonna close that off?
Well, you know, we sat there with Alan yesterday, and we'll bring that through now. Correct?
Who's paying for it?
You know, Bo and I were talking about something, we gotta discuss, we talked about that before the city, if the city annexes that in, the road has to be brought up to what our specifications are before we can do anything as far as paving or anything on that. We've gotta have enough of the aggregate down base up to so many inches thick, and then you gotta, you know, before we can even look at paving that.
But this pay up is for what?
This pay up is for what they've been completion up there, I don't know why you're west of here, but basically the rest, doing the dirt work and whatever they have to finish up to get it there.
So the last bit of work they have is the paving.
Yep. Paving, stop signs and stop bars is still gotta be done up there.
What part up there doesn't belong to the city?
I'm sorry?
What part up there doesn't belong to the city, we have to enter?
They're on Garrett Street, they're in front of Alan Crane's house.
Yeah.
His house, the lot across that he owns it, is not annexed into the city.
Just those two?
No, and you got a few along the highway there that are not annexed either.
Even though they're in the city limits, they're not annexed to the city, correct?
Right. And his house and property, and that was supposed to have been annexed in when they did the annexation up there, but somehow it slipped through, fell through and didn't get done. And at that time, Alan explained to me that he's having some issues, and he wasn't on top of it. But it was supposed to have been agreed that there was gonna be annexed in at the same time, but it didn't happen.
I'll make the motion that we approve this thing on what they've done.
Motion by Mike, second.
I second.
Doug, all in favor? One thing about that is if they do annex that in and get the road up, that's another access point for emergency vehicles and stuff like that, and take lesser traffic off other areas too, so. Something we gotta look at doing. Yeah, I got this proposal on it yesterday or today in the email. It's on our website, maintenance proposal. It would not take effect until January 1. Pretty interesting statistics though, since we've had them doing this for us in the last year on what the increase has been on the website and different things. But there's several proposals in there per month. The, renewal maintenance is showing November 9. $479 a month, paid annually for 12 months. Starts January 1, 2026, ends December 31st, 2026. Then we got our, text messaging on there as well. same time frame, but the cost of that's $165 a month, paid annually for 12 months. And you've got a couple options here on the next one. Doing a community update.
We met with Cameron last week, I believe, he was down here. As he's in the process of revamping our website, it will start looking very different, hopefully by the end of the year. And the two additional things that are in the back of here that, have been added as possible options. We have the text messaging where we can send out emergencies, but that can only be used for emergencies. It was discussed among the, folks that were at the meeting there last week. Is there a way for us to text non-emergency things? And that's what option one, the add-on one is so that if we wanted to, people want to sign up and they wanted to know like when our events are, we could shoot out a text message to tell them when events are. We could remind them when meetings were happening. We can remind them of anything like that that we might want, you know, if they want to sign up.
Road closures and
Road
things like that.
closures that aren't necessarily emergency road closures, because if they're emergency, they can go on the what we already have. If they're not emergency, then we cannot put them out through our text message system we currently have.
Use it for the leaf pickup too, just as a reminder.
Yeah, like leaf pickup, things like this that we could put out as a text message to people who sign up to say, hey, listen, we've got this going on, there's leaf pickup, here it is, or that sort of thing, that's not emergency. Then the other optional add-on, one thing, and you wouldn't have to do both, you could do one or the other, you don't have to do each, I mean, it's completely up to your own discretion. That is, it would be like a monthly email that would be sent out, and basically they would just, anything we have on our website that we've added, special events, leaf pickup, things like that, it would just go into like a newsletter, and then people would get a newsletter sent to them with all that sort of things, in there, you know, but they'd have to sign up for it and get it. But those are just a couple of the optional things that we were thinking about, trying to find ways to reach out to the community a little better, to make them aware of some of these things that are happening that, you know, they may not be on Facebook, or they may not, you know.
And on non-emergency, we can put that out as, hey, we're gonna be paving, you know, Milton
Yeah.
Street, paving this area such and such day.
Yeah, because he said that the emergency line is,
So by law, you can't.
yeah.
Yes, monitored.
Monitored, that's what I was looking for, is monitored by the state through an emergency
Federal.
program, or federal, yeah.
Federal, to
And
make sure
then
it
if
is an
they-
emergency.
That they do checkups on it, and if it's abused, then they'll shut the whole system down. We don't-
It's
we'll
just
be
an
allowed to use
option
it.
for you to think on, and like I said, these are not, they wouldn't take effect until the beginning of the year, but he wasn't sure if he would get it to me in time for tonight's meeting, but he did. At the very last minute today.
So on the text messaging, is that something you can select a specific group?
Like if you signed up, yes,
So
Yes.
let's say,
well,
uh,
I don't think,
Park Street the water shut off on Park Street for
I
a water
don't,
main break.
I don't think we have a way of.
We're creating, those customers on Park Street to be made aware, instead of the whole town.
Yeah, but I
You
don't know that there's
you
any
throw that
way,
out there to the whole town, and all of a sudden you got chaos.
yes, well, that's, you know, that's part of the, you know, catch-22 with it, you know, but that's, yeah, I mean, we
So it's all,
don't have a
it's
way,
all or none.
yeah, we don't really have a way of separating out, okay, these people live here, these people live here. Now, if we do have the two systems, then they have to opt in for both, they have to opt in for emergency and non-emergency. So a person could say, I just wanna hear about the emergency stuff, I don't really care about the rest of the stuff, and they opt into that. Or somebody could say, I don't care about the emergencies, I just want the other stuff. But you have to opt into each one of them individually, but there's not really a way that I know of, you didn't ask Cameron, but, you know, I don't know if there's a way to separate out.
Or two questions.
Yes.
One, they're looking at $479 a month for the maintenance plan, about $6,000 a year, what are we paying
I
them?
think it's about the same, I don't think anything went up as much, if at all.
These would be additional add-ons.
And the other two would be additional.
Text message would be about 2,000, the other about 1,400 if we do those. I will say this, I won't vote for any more money on that until that website's updated, is actually user-friendly, people can get on there and find something, because right now it's a joke.
He is, like I said,
Who's gonna have time to put all this stuff on there?
he puts everything on there. They went in and kind of revamped it from the start, going off of what, cause our current website, there's a
It is
big
better.
search bar. And he said, no one uses it. He can tell. He says, no one uses it. There's certain areas.
Because it was not user-friendly.
He could tell, well, like certain, like the search bar though, where it's at, he said, no one found it where it was, and we thought we put it someplace quick and easy, right in the middle of the screen, and it is right in the middle of the screen. I didn't even know we had it until he told me that, and I went, no, we don't. Oh, yeah, we do. We have a search bar, but but they are working, he's got his team of people, they are working very hard, they were down, where he talked to the department heads, he wanted us in there. He showed us basic ideas of what's going on, said, okay, before we get too deep, what more do y'all want? And it should be far more user-friendly, and easier to find what people need and want. It's also got some features in there to where, like certain documents, they'll be like most used documents, and those will be updated every so often. So if it's a document everybody's going in and looking at all the time, it's gonna be right there on the front page for everybody to find very quickly. So, and he's hoping to have that all rolled out before the end of the year. We do need to set a time though, because the features he would like to add is for department heads, elected officials, to have a picture on there, so that's also more friendly for people, because they have a face with the name, with the, so that's something we have to, as a group, get together and say, okay, we need to get this, and give him the pictures to get added there. So that's very similar, the county does that too, so a lot of websites have a picture with the name so that you can see. But it looked very promising. Were you, you were at the meeting, and Daniel was at the meeting also. I thought it looked much improved. And he said when they did it the first time, they put in all the bells and all the whistles, and he said no one used any of the bells and whistles. So this time they've made it much more basic, but that makes it much more user-friendly to where it's quicker and easier to find what people need. So, and how things get on the website is all of us, department heads, have an access point. We send it to him. He then puts it on the website for us, and he will also put it on our Facebook and link it from our Facebook onto our website. So if you're a Facebook person, then you can just go to Facebook and be like, oh, there, and it clicks right over to exactly where that is on our website.
Who has access if there's an emergency and you can't get a hold of him? Is that you, the mayor? Chief?
Amber, I believe, has access to be able to do it herself. Daniel is learning, or going to be learning.
Yeah, they're giving me access as far as my departments on emergency things.
Yeah, so we do have some access that way. So I do think it's gonna, I think it's gonna improve and be better, because we would love for people to just bombard our website. It'd just be so much easier. He's hoping to make the documents within it also searchable, so if you're looking for a particular ordinance and you're wanting to find, like Justin had said, at the meeting, he said if somebody's wanting to know about grass, the height of grass, how long, you could put in there and search that, and it should be able to search the documents also, so the ordinance will pop up. So,
Is there any way you could do a proof of principle next month, show it on the screen there so everybody can see?
but we could probably get him to,
Is that what you're looking for, Coach? So you can kind of see something?
I'm sure Cameron would be more than happy to come down and do something.
Good idea, Daniel. You wanna make a motion? Put it off till next month.
Is that what you wanna do? Did you see it?
I think according to what you guys are saying, what we need to do is have come and do a demo or something. I think it's the right thing to do.
I'll make that motion, too.
Okay. Coach? Is there a motion?
Make a motion to come in and have a presentation, and look at it and see, and go from there.
Second?
I'll second it.
Mark, all in favor? That's our motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Brothersville, huh?
Yeah.